Hello and welcome back to LTC Heroes Live by Experience Care. My name is Peter Murphy Lewis. I'm your host. I'm going to be talking to a unique person with a unique job with a big heart. Her name is Christina Devlin. She's the Corporate Director of Rehabilitation at AbleHearts. Christina, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Christina, you just told me this is your first year at the Florida
It
Healthcare
is.
Association.
It is.
Tell me why you came.
To be immersed in a culture where there's so many brilliant people and that are so dedicated to our industry is humbling, and it's moving, right? So I mean, to learn from all those around me is just such a privilege for me, and to serve alongside many of them is an honor.
What's your objective from the convention in terms of networking, learning? What are you trying to gather up?
Yeah, I think meeting people who have the same common shared interest and passion for what we do. I think you've heard it, a common theme throughout the conference is that what we do is very hard. And, we're challenged right now with the workforce, and to draw in people that are truly passionate about our patients and their families, and, those that are most vulnerable, and how we can make a difference is something I'm passionate about.
I got some background information on you before you came
Oh,
over and
goodness.
I met you. And the person said she is so exceptional. She has one of the few corporate positions, VP of Rehab Services. Tell me why that position doesn't exist more often and why you're honored to have that role.
I think for many, many years, therapy was contracted out. I've always been a part of an in-house model. So I think bringing awareness to being able to increase the quality and the skill set of our clinicians with an in-house model, and bringing the therapy team into a family-like environment, in the centers, is important to me. And I think it's becoming more and more popular, right? You're seeing a lot of organizations go in-house with their therapy programs and building them into their fold. So yeah, I think it's growing.
The Julie, the person who gave me an introduction on you, she said Christina's all about her family. She's about her nieces and nephews. And you told me specifically one of the reasons you like working at AbleHeart is because of the motto. Tell me how those two line up and where family is in your life.
Yeah, so we love without limits, safety first, family always, and that is something that's more than near and dear to my heart. I wake up every morning for my family, and I think to be able to take that passion and that empathy into our centers. I had a couple unique experiences where, I mean, my family members were residents of centers, and to be a family member and not just an employee is a completely different experience, and you're in a position of having to rely on the workers and the caregivers around them, and it was just an exceptional experience to have that.
Tell me about the challenges that you faced in your professional career, and maybe it's in your current role, because you don't have a lot of mentors who could have taught you or prepared you for this, since it doesn't exist. Tell me what are a big challenge that you faced in the last year or two, maybe professionally about the job, and the one personally, maybe something that was difficult for you.
Well, I think one of our biggest challenges has been the workforce, and it's truly finding clinicians and therapists that come out of school and want to work with the geriatric population. You get a lot orthopedics, outpatients, athletics, that kind of thing. So that has been part of my challenge, is finding folks that truly want to do this and love our patients and the long-term care industry. What was the second part of your question?
Something difficult for you personally.
I think
maybe they're hiring a new role that you had to hire, or firing someone, something that you can share that was.
No, I mean, it's been a few years now, but with PDPM coming into the picture, right? I mean, that was a huge shift for us from therapy, right? So there was a lot of organizations, not ours, but a lot of organizations that reduced their therapy departments and their workforce that way, only to turn around, a short time later and say, whoa, these folks are valued, they're important, they drive quality in the buildings, they help improve function, right? Quality of life, and that's what it's all about. So we're definitely a big piece of the puzzle.
Moving away from challenge, let's move to something easy. What's your favorite part of the job? Monday through Friday, what's an hour in the week that you're like, oh man, if I could do this 10 times a day?
Making a difference. right? I mean, the people that I work with are, I've been so blessed to work with some of the most amazing, brilliant, talented leaders in our industry. And I think any opportunity, whether it's on a Teams call or in person or in the center, to collaborate with them, by far my favorite of what I do, besides being with our residents.
Wonderful. Christina, thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah,
story. It's
my
great
pleasure.
to meet you. Welcome for your first year. It's also my
Yeah.
first year here at the convention.
Oh,
So
we
maybe
have that in
we'll
common.
make it a second, make it consecutive or come back next year. Thank
Let's
you
do
so
it.
much.
Yep, you bet.